Oh, it's a more sorrier sight than an abandoned mine. I bet there's a veritable bucket load of goodies just waiting to be looted. If I only had a decent working minecart to get at them. Here, what say you help me make one, and I'll cut you in on my findings. Well, I never. There's a worthy-looking minecart if ever I saw one. I should be able to mine this cavern for all it's worth now. Come back in a little while and I'll give you your share. In the meantime, take this to tide you over. Well, if it isn't my partner in mine. You get it? Because we're in a mine. Anyway, I take it you're here for your share of the loot, because there was a flaw in that plan. The track doesn't go anywhere. Just around this cave in a loop. Don't feel too bad, though. It's still great fun riding the minecart around. Give it a try. See? Didn't I tell you? You know, I think I should start charging people for entry. Not you, of course. As fellow benefactor, you get a cut of the profits. Speaking of which, this is for you.
I couldn't help overhearing one of our, esteemed dwarven dinner guests from earlier mention a food called chips, and I was curious to try them for myself. If I had something called a potato, I'm sure I could make some. Supposedly they grow somewhere in the high fells. Is that the fabled potato? Thank you. Had I more of them, I would boil them, mash them, and stick them in a stew. Just the one should be sufficient for making chips, though.
mines of Moria were once home to a great dwarven kingdom until they were overrun with orc filth. But I've decided, even if it takes me a lifetime, I will clear every last orc out of there. How many do you reckon I could take down in a day? Come on, let's go establish a daily target.
Orcs continue to trouble these lands, always attacking under the cover of night and lurking in dark caves. Darkness is their ally, it seems. So, it follows that a glowing Mirkwood vial would be a great aid in fighting them. May I ask you to obtain one for me? Is that Mirkwood vial? There's a rather curious aura about it. Ooh. Wait, have you always been purple? And I'm sure you only had the one head before. Perhaps I underestimated the danger of this item.
Oh, bless my
I will
battle
find a way
axe.
to
That
use
was,
it.
1, 2,
Please,
3, 4,
have this as a reward
it's
for
lot
bringing
of
it to me.
orcs. Yes, a whole lot of orcs will be my daily target. Thanks for helping me narrow that down, my friend.
Good day. Don't be alarmed. I wish no harm on visitors to my cave. In fact, I could rather do with your help. I'm rather afraid of the dark. Yet if a troll goes out in the sun, oh, well, let's just say it's not very good for our skin. I was hoping to brighten up this cave with some fires as a compromise, but I don't know where to begin. If you have the skills, I'd be very grateful for your help.
My friend has been acting rather strangely lately, and I'm sure it's since she obtained that phial of Mirkwood water. She was murmuring some lunacy about going to see a mythical bird in a river cave. Come to think of it, that was some time ago. You wouldn't mind having a look for her, would you?
That's better. I can feel parts of me thawing that I never even knew I had. Thank you, dear traveller. I think it's time to consider moving to a more agreeable climate. Please take this for your assistance.
There you are. I was starting to worry. What happened in that cave? Thank you for bringing her back, friend. I really don't agree with the effect this Mirkwood phial is having on her. I think I will ask my brother to return it to that foul forest when next I see him.
Oh, hello again. What luck that you happened by. You're just in time to help me with another conundrum. I had an item delivered to help me move caves in the daylight. But unfortunately, it's arrived in several pieces. What is it? Well, if you can spare a moment to help me put it together, I'd be happy to show you. What do you say? By golly, you did it. Now I can venture outside
Might I
during
ask
the
for your
day,
assistance?
sheltered from the sun's harmful... Oh dear. I don't actually think I'll fit in there. I must have ordered a size too
Might
small.
I ask for your assistance?
Oh, maybe if I ask him. Oh, excuse me. I must pay you for your assistance.
Hello again, my friend. That potato you brought me made excellent chips. But I have this nagging feeling that something quite splendid could result were I to combine them with something fishy. Would you happen to have any fish that you could spare? Yes, this is perfect. Thank you, my friend. Yes, my culinary instincts are telling me this will be quite delicious with chips. Chips and fish. It even sounds delicious.
Those elves, honestly. Someone needs to teach them a thing or two about keeping house. You see this crack? Before long, that wall's going to give and pour water all over this town. If I had enough stones, I could probably patch this up. You happen to collect any you could spare? Oh, great stuff. Hey, that should be more than enough stone to plug this gap. Then Rivendell will be safe as houses. Don't let those elves ever tell you we don't do them any favours.
among you can... You there. Come help me test out this assault course I've been making. And be sure to make haste, as I'll be timing you. Don't ask me why, just go.
Snap, the black, crack, whip, grab, pinch. Oh, it's no good.
Time's up. You'll have to start over.
I need the other two members of the band here to sing their verses so I can finish it. Go grab those lazy louds up, will ya?
Who among you can endure my power? I think that may have been a little too easy. And without the proper training, we will be unprepared should an orc attack befall us. I'll make some adjustments, so be sure to return later.
Clash, crash, crush, smash.
We meet again, conqueror of the Elven Assault course. Perhaps you have come to try your hand at the new and improved, supremely difficult Elven Assault course. The name is a work in progress. Don't ask me why, just go.
Swish, smack, whip, crack, bat.
Time's up. Back to the start with you.
Flipping Nora, where you been? You know we need to get our practice in if we're going to crush those Lake Towns and regionals. Right, look lively. A one, and a two, and a clap, snap, the black, crack, rip, grab, pinch, snap, and down, down the Goblin Town. You go, my lads.
Clash, crash, crush, smash.
Time's up.
And tongues,
Back to the start with you.
knocker and gongs.
Time's up. Back to the start with you.
Oh, my land!
Ow! Swish, smack, whip, crack, batter and beat, glamour and bleat. Work, work, not dare to
An exemplary display.
It's
And an exemplary assault course, if I do say so myself. I believe this should be challenging enough for training level. My gratitude for your demonstration.
My cat's rather grumpy. A very grumpy cat indeed. And we all know what a grumpy cat needs, don't we? A grumpy fish. Or any old fish, really. Including any fish you happen to have on your person, if you'd be so kind. There we are. What do we say to the nice stranger, Caspian? Thank you. Yes, that's right. That ought to cheer the little furball up for a few minutes. Please take this for the fish. The mithril fireworks bow. I'm told it's the future. All the fun of the fireworks, with none of the unpleasantness of hauling a big cart around. I don't know when I'll next be near a blacksmith, so could I trouble you to forge me one? I'll make it worth your while with a trick to finding more emeralds.
I traded with a weapons merchant in Lake Town, but the rogue swindled me with weapons made from rusty fishing hooks and rotten sticks. I've demanded that he return the quality Sir Moose stuff I gave him, but the villain refuses. I'd hate to stoop to his level and just take it back, so would you do it instead? Yes, this is definitely Sir Moose stuff. Thank you so much for retrieving him. It. Did the thief put up much resistance? I certainly wouldn't want there to be any unpleasantness on my account. Well, maybe a little.
I'm sure someone's been pinching carrots from the stash I keep for the horses. Either that or they sprouted legs and walked away. Can't ask the poor horses to press on an empty stomach, especially with them on it walking carrots running free. You couldn't spare a few normal carrots, could you? That's very good of you. Thank you. I'll be sure to chop these little devils up in a jiffy before they get a chance to wander off as well. It's not much, but please, take this as payment.
My home is a rather fabulous display of expert interior decorating, if I do say so myself. But there is one gloomy corner that I must brighten up, and only the light of a mithril candle staff will do. Could you forge me one? I'll pay you handsomely. You have my gratitude. This shall make a fine addition to my furnishings. Supposedly it can cure darkness and some other stuff too. But who needs all that bother?
Mr. Peacock! I'm waiting! Oh, I say. Where did that crazy old bird get to? I tells ya, you can't take 2 steps in this wood without a big old peacock giving you a shiny brick and telling you to hold it forever and ever until he comes back for it. Oh, Mr. Peacock, where did you go? Mr. Peacock, you came back! Well, of course I didn't polish the plant pots. It's not my turn. Oh, I can't talk to you when you're like this. Take your brick and leave me be.
Oh, hello. I didn't expect to see anyone else here. This is I suppose a secret haven of sorts for me. I come here to gather my thoughts from time to time.
Well, this is no good.
The only downside is, well, it's a little chilly and damp, and there's nowhere to sit. Really, what this
Well, this is
place
no good.
needs is a little building.
My young lads always wanted a treehouse, but the trees around here are so high up. I find the idea a little dangerous. Call me overly protective, but I'm sure he could have just as much fun with something closer to the ground. What do you think? Is there something you could make to get the best of both worlds?
This is perfect. Thank you. Now all it needs is a bed in case I get tired. And a kitchen where I could prepare a meal in case I... You know, I should probably just go home.
A little tree with a tree house that's close to the ground. Yes, this is perfect. Oh, I'm sure my boy will complain that he still can't climb the tall trees, but he asked for a tree house, and a tree house is what we made him. Oh, I do love a good technicality.
Saw something sparkly in that cave over there.
You there. Got a moment? Spiders. I hate spiders, crawling about my kitchen like they own the place. But I've found their little nest, and I'm going to crawl all over their kitchens. By which I mean, I'm going to beat them up. You coming? Oh, by my beard, do I hate spiders. Oh, thanks for helping me thin them out. I'll give you a bellow if I need any more of the little blighters pummeling.
The ghost of a dwarf king haunts this place. You may mock me, but I have seen it. It cast no shadow and had an eerie wibbly-wobbliness about it. Help me bring this foul spectre peace. Bless my bootstraps, it's the ghost of the dwarf king. I knew it was real.
Hello again, fellow exterminator. Thanks again for helping me thin out those spiders. But it looks like we missed one. And a big one at that. The Queen. If we don't take her down a peg, she'll only keep those blighters coming. So, when you're ready...
There. I think now that poor blighter can finally rest. Make no mistake, if I become a ghost, I'm going to haunt somewhere a lot nicer than this frightful place. Here, take this, and let us not linger any longer.
It's the spider. Squash it! Squash it! Squash it! those spiders. But with their queen gone, they should finally get the message and scurry off to somewhere else. Either that, or they'll come and exact horrible revenge on us both. I'll be sleeping with one eye open.
I remember a time when we had meat every day. Oh, those were the days. It's been too long since the lads and I snacked on a good meat stew. If you could throw some meat my way, I'd make it worth your while. Well, would you look at all that grub? For a minute there, I thought we were going to have to make a stew out of you. But this meat should last us for a fair while. Thanks, stranger. Me brother was moaning about something or other earlier. Since you're being all friendly and that, you think you could help him out?
I came across some travelers ranting some madness about giant bats in this place. Giant bats, whatever next? I've heard some stories in my time, but bless my ears, what monstrosities are those? In all my years, never did I think I would see such a thing. Maybe I've grown cynical of late. Perhaps there's even some merit to these otherworldly objects one of the other soldiers mentioned. My gratitude for helping this old elf open his mind.
A friend of mine told me that by building a door onto certain seemingly ordinary walls, it can sometimes reveal a passage behind it. Quite a story, don't you think? Supposedly, it's some kind of enchantment that creates these wizard walls. This should be one of them, but I think I'll need a pretty big door to try it out. Could you help me build one? Should be more than enough to open the so-called wizard wall. The battering ram might be slightly excessive though. Would you like the honor of trying it out?
Fancy seeing you out here at this hour. I've heard there's a cracking mining spot somewhere around High Pass, where I expect you could find some great forging materials. But supposedly the good stuff only shows itself at night. This is when all the goblins are about. Be a pal and give us an extra hand, will you?
Goodness, it actually worked. Is there anything good back there?
Hold your hammer, friend. Aye. The smithy senses are tingling. This has got to be the spot. I suppose it's only fair that we split the loot between us, wouldn't you say? And take this as an extra token of thanks. Mm-hmm.